welcome to Let's Get On with It GameBiz 3, a business simulator released in October 2010 by Velocity Games. I bought it the same month for the price it's listed at now, 14.99 euros, which at the time translated to $21.40. What can I say about the game? Quite enjoyable, hours of fun, worth my money, spreadsheet heavy. I'll try to digest the information for you, but it's been 11 months since my last serious playthrough. I just did a little test game to brush off some of the rust, but let's see how much I actually recall. Good news though, GameBiz 3 can be played and enjoyed in a plethora of ways, so long as you don't go broke. I'll show you all one way to play, and I encourage you to make different choices in your own playthroughs. I'm sure I'll have at least one viewer who knows more about the game than I ever will, and another viewer who's never played the game before until she watches this video that makes it her mission to learn more about the game than I ever will. What can I say? The internet is full of determined people who want to help. As for why I'm playing this game, it's interesting. And some folks actually asked me to play this last year, around the same time that Plum Pellet Punk was playing the freeware GameBiz 2, also released by Nino Arndt. I actually really don't know how to pronounce that one at all. Sorry. So, player name, company name, self-explanatory. There are 4 different starting years. It is easier to start the game in a later year than it is in an earlier year, fitting historically. Start location, I'm going to go ahead and choose mine, US/Canada. Game level, primary difficulty slider. Just expenses involved with constructing buildings to supplement your game company. Determines whether or not other game companies are allowed to poach your employees. And determines the rate at which they learn new abilities, or rather, increase their own abilities. Startup level is basically the game's way of describing how difficult it is to start up with your initial funding. In 1980, at medium difficulty slider, the startup level according to the game is hard. There are options here for supplemental buildings. We will not be engaging in any of those, but you can certainly fiddle around with those on your own. There's many opportunities you'll have to play the game differently than I will. There's no right answer, so long as you don't go broke. That's the primary rule. Don't go broke. Alright. Our prompt here is to, the player of the game, in this case, me, has a virtual avatar who represents basically the founder of the company. We can choose the founder's special skill here. 1 of 5 potential skills: programming, designing, graphics, hardware, and leadership. With how I'm guessing, I'm going to go with this particular playthrough of the game to knock out the rest. Let's go ahead and just pick leadership. Leadership determines how many people you can oversee in one team. So, I'm a great leader. I'm charismatic, and people love me because I'm an overbearing, ignorant, racist asshole. That's great. Now we can set the company knowledge, which is the initial focus of the company, in this case, Reaper Incorporated. The game follows historical trends, particularly at the beginning of the game. So the Apple II is the best system, with the Atari 2600 in second place. That being said, the moment the game starts, random variables are thrust right into play, and the game will not exactly play out the same way twice. Regardless, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Apple II, though. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. This is our main interface. Waiting for the music to cue in. Great tunes in this game. I'll go ahead and explain the functionality of the interface as I access different options. For now, I think any of you who watch my channel, and you know, I'm primarily a strategy gamer, so I've showcased those types of games, you should be able to get a grasp of what you're seeing here. And I'll discuss, as I pointed out, points as they come across. The first thing we're actually going to do here is to build a new building. I've started off with 10 total office space. I currently have 3 employees, so I have 7 vacant slots. But I want more employees, and the best way to house more employees, and a relatively cheap way too, is to build an office building. We currently don't have one. They pretty much just sit in our headquarter. English was not the primary language of the developer of this game. It's not a big deal. You know, definitely information gets across more than adequately in a game where information is pivotal. We're going to go ahead and build an office building, which costs $1.6 million. Now, you'll notice we actually aren't missing any of the funding. That's because while the game checks to see whether you have the requisite funding at the time of you enabling the construction, it actually isn't deducted until the project is finished. Now you'll see down here in the building task, build office. That's going to take over a year to complete though. That is unacceptable. I need that office space sooner so I can get more employees sooner. So, by the way, the windowed mode for GameBiz 3 is such that it gives me slider bars. We'll get over it. Go ahead and click on the options here. Speed up the building process. This costs money to speed up the building process. There's actually a little bit of random variance in the speed up options as well. Say, for example, you could repeat this whole build office first step, and the amount of weeks and the actual, to an extent, the money you end up spending varies. Regardless, let's go ahead and speed that up once, twice, and 3 times. It'll be done in 10 weeks, which actually means it'll be done in 11 weeks, because it counts 0 weeks remaining. True story. And we consequently have spent over $4.5 million. This was an unfavorable roll compared to what I've seen. I've seen The Office, get finished in like 7 weeks, and I've definitely spent less money than $4.5 million before. I'll get over it. So that's going to be done very soon, and when that is finished, I'm going to be in a significant amount of debt. Our next step is to hire employees to fill the office spaces we currently have. So let's go ahead and click on the Hire New Employees button, which takes us to the screen. I want all programmers right now, so the work area programmers is just fine. I don't want them to be that pricey though. We're going to set a maximum wage of $10,000. Now, you'll recall me mentioning the fact that there are other companies in this game who can poach your employees. You can do that to other game companies as well. I would advise you stick to the unemployed, though, simply because it's easier to get them. But I mean, if there's really someone you want, by all means, go for it. It just, yeah. Now, was definitely a favorable roll with the employee randomness, at least in the programmers. There's a lot of programming 3s on the board right now. I'm going to go ahead and target the cheapest ones first, which basically has us with Archer McLean. This is the employee hiring screen. This gives you a breakdown of their experience, their flair for study, which basically covers their aptitude for learning and studying. Genre specialization determines what they're the best at in their platform. You'll encounter many people who have specialization, with the Atari 2600. It makes sense. You have over here at the top an employee mood. You can only pitch so many contract offers before the door slams shut, and it's actually a varying mood as well. You might talk to some people who don't even want to join your company at all, where some people might be grumpy and already impatient, and some people might even be in a great mood. It depends, and there's a slew of things that you can offer them. You have the options to pick and choose and test through things. I'm not going to make this shit overly complicated. Here's what I do. Offer fistfuls of cash. Bam! Significant pay upgrade for Archer McLean there. Go ahead and make sure I sort this properly by rating again. My next target will be Bob Blackmer here. And I'm going to go ahead and offer him 6,250, the same as Archer. Let's place him into the team as well. My next target will be Dave Lundberg. Again, same value. Oh! Alright. No! Huh. Okay, Dave. No! Wow, Dave. Alright, this is your last chance, Dave. If he had refused me, I would have said too rich for my blood and thrown him under the bus. You only have so many opportunities, basically, to fuck around with that. Okay, Kevin Bagley, you're next. How about 7,000? No? 7,300? Okay. I can hire 3 more employees, and I will do just that. Okay. How about 7,500 for you? No? 7675. 7900? Okay. Get fucked. Eric Hammond. How about a 7700 for you? Alright, good. Now, I'm not gonna fuck with the rest of these threes. That's too rich for my blood. Instead, what I'm gonna do here is sort by talent. Tony Barnes is also too rich for my blood, but Nicholas here is not interested at all. Many of these folks at the beginning of games simply don't want to work for a tiny company. They want job security, after all. They want someone to provide them job security, which, you know, is a frequently encountered desire in the capitalist world. And, you know, non-capitalist world. Stability is a desired thing by many. Alright, we've got our 10 employees. Next thing we're going to do is go to the Manage Employees screen. There are options for up to 20 teams in this game. I have never used half of them. And you can see here the team is currently led by Grimith, who can manage a maximum of 29 employees, but the maximum we can fit right now is 10. You can see their various statistics. Almost all of them are coders. We started with ourselves, a coder, and then a design guy as well, who has a pretty nice design at 5. We're going to go ahead and change the team name for giggles. We're going to call this the Liberal Crime Squad. Team leader, of course, will be me. Team spirit, I think that sort of affects like overall quality as well as, you know, like a whole chemistry thing. It increases as the team works together and does projects and shit. It decreases whenever you separate the team. Study time is self-explanatory there with that pop-up. In terms of the amount of time per week the individuals spend on studying to improve their abilities. And you can actually buy course and books and other data for them to speed up studying. It's certainly an option to do so. But it's not something I'm going to be engaging in right now. The study time, though, I will definitely be playing with. You want to try to cut costs and save some money at the beginning of the game, particularly with what I'm going to be doing, if only because, you know, you don't want to get so far into debt that you collapse out from under yourself. A little bit of debt is alright, and that holds true for real life as well. You know, I have college loans that I used to put me in college. They increased whenever I lost my scholarships after my freshman year because Grimith did bad things. Regardless, you know, it's an opportunity cost. And so long as you properly invest this opportunity cost, and you're lucky, it pays off. You know, even with the best strategy in mind, sometimes everything just, you know, the wheels go off the bus. That's what happens whenever I lose a city to barbarians in Civilization 4 at 99.8% odds. Alright, interface isn't updated a little bit there, that tends to happen. But we have all the employees here, and whenever the office building finishes, I'm going to be hiring many more. Now, what I'm going to be doing with these employees involves company knowledge. As you can see, we start with a great deal of information about the Apple II, because it's our company's starting basis of knowledge. We don't know jack. We don't know anything about any of the other systems, and we'll have to research them from scratch. However, we still don't know a whole lot about the Apple II, particularly the 2D pixel mode. So we're actually going to be upgrading our knowledge. This is going to affect the quality of our games significantly. So before we even go on with the process of creating games, we're going to upgrade our knowledge involving the 2D. Estimated time is 17 weeks. That can be fluctuated depending upon the amount of time that's used for study. And the estimated expenses, not insignificant. I'm actually going to go ahead, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know whether this will affect the time at all, but I don't want any studying to be done right now. That might end up increasing the speed of it a little bit. And current progress, interesting? Whatever. And hype, that doesn't have anything to do with improving knowledge of that shit. Okay, folks, the interface updated on that front. I do believe that's going to take care of everything that I wanted to do for this turn. So, let's go ahead and click the Next Week button, as this is a turn-based game, to go go to the next week. There's a fast forward option here that allows you to quickly fly through weeks until you manually stop it or one of these events occurs. But I won't be pressing that just yet. There's also an inbox that'll pop up with messages to attract your attention. You can also have the settings of that. So let's go ahead and yes, various sorts of information, data, and trivia you can find, and milestones and company milestones, and all sorts of other data you can get in this turn-based simulation to make your decisions. I might do a 3/4 ass of a job. Not always the best at micromanaging, particularly whenever I'm recording a video for my YouTube channel. Okay, next week. Breaking news, new company started. Might be in for a though ride instead of a rough ride. You can pause if you want to read the rest of that very small print. And we cycle to the next week. You notice that we lost a little bit of money, of course. Software demand is currently low. That will change. It's always low for several weeks after the Christmas sales. And a warning, I should get more office space. I'm working on it, game. I'm working on it. Okay. Let's go ahead and continue to cycle through turns. I'll go ahead and just click on next week. Software industry is booming. That's fantastic. Go ahead and take this slow. As why the hell not? Because I care. Just to show you all the funsies and clicking that next week button 1 week at a time. And now I am very far in debt because the office building finished and the bill is due. So here we go with the bank. Maximum credit loan is $13 million. I'd really not want to get close to that. Now, unfortunately, due to the random variables, I did have to pay more money for the office and wait for it a longer time, which will actually influence the opening strategy here a little bit. Not that I had much of a strategy anyway, but I pulled myself out of debt. I'm $3 million in debt. That'll be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and hire some new employees. Now, the primary reason why I targeted programmers was so that they could help me develop an engine, by the way. Sid Meier. Programming, and coding is what's required to get a better understanding of software knowledge. And I'm going to actually be targeting 10 more programmers now, too. Let me go ahead and sift through here, see if there's anyone I might particularly want. No, I'm going to be hiring the rest 2s. Okay, let's go ahead and target some 2s here. He's out of my price range. Charles Bacond here. Let's go ahead and see if I can pick him up. Fantastic. Go ahead and join the team. 10 more programmers. Well, actually 9 more now. And I feel as if I've moved the game window somehow. I don't know how that dragged. I'm not used to the windowed mode, so I think something bad happened, Mommy. I'm a little unnerved. Alright, Hermans. It's a great name. I gotta find a way to amuse myself somehow whenever I'm looking at spreadsheets, folks. It's not the most riveting sight in the world. But these are the games that I enjoy to play at times. There are also times where I don't care to play them at all. Steve Tetsumi. Let's go ahead and offer you $4,400 a month. General strategy for how I offer these people money? I don't really have one. I just go with whatever sounds cool and what really seems like it'll get their bacon going. For these cheapo guys, I find that, doubling their last wage or their asking wage is a really great idea to hire them. Really. For the people who are more expensive, though, they're of course going to want more money, and it can help to offer them the other benefits as well. Cell phone, a signing bonus. I just don't feel like assing with it. The way I do things just, it frees my mind. If you could call it that. I've also been known to say stupid shit from time to time, though, so your mileage may vary. You can't even do as I say or do because, well, I am mentally challenged. Particularly at 5:07 in the morning. Best time to be playing a spreadsheet simulator. Alright, John Garcia. You're going to be the last programmer I hire for the time being. Okay, we're going to switch to designers next. Sort by that. Wow. Seen a lot of great people here with ratings for cheap. Oh, damn. Paul Reich the third? Okay, I definitely want you. Alright, that's great. That's gonna really, make our design so goddamn awesome, particularly with the guy we already have there for designing. Absolutely a wonderful thing. To, John, who has the most talent? You. Let's go ahead and pick you up for $6 grand. 3. We got Randy Platt here. I wouldn't offer you 4,500. Great designers we randomized at the start of this one. Grimith approves. And let's go ahead and pull John Morgan here for 5,000. All right. Now, having more employees is better than having fewer employees, so long as you can concentrate them on the same task. They're going to be cheaper than a super expert, you know, and you can easily divide them up into more teams if you want them to do other things. There's only so much that one person can do, which is why I like to go after the cheaper folks. Okay, let's see if I can get anything from these two at the top. Now, of course, they're not going to be interested in me. I'm a shitty developer. What the hell do I know? Go ahead and see if we can get Mike Livesay? Livesay? Crazy names. Just a bunch of wild and crazy names. Brian Moriarty? 5 grand. Okay. Next up we have John Bell. Did I offer you? Nah, yeah, I must have already tried. Okay, Juka Tapanimaki? I'm into it. 4,500. And I mean, you gotta grease the wheels anyway in order for them to really want to come to your small company at the beginning here anyway. 5,000, and that takes care of my full team that I can have right now. I still will have one office space left, but yeah, what the hell am I going to do with that? I'd have to create an entirely separate team of like one person. By the way, the office bank finished. The game's sort of angry at me. There we go. It must have been the slider bar that I moved. Because my cash is low, it's gotta be low. And now I have all these folks focusing and channeling their power and wrath upon the Apple II 2D mode. That's going to get done much quicker than what it says. I don't want any study time to occur. I want this shit to be done as fast as possible. And you can see, yeah, we cut down the time significantly, and that's great. We have some time to make up from the fact that we had to deal with the building finishing later. But that's perfectly fine. I'm of course not going to be resentful about that or anything at all. Okay, let's go ahead and get this done too. And by get that done, I mean we're gonna have to draw more money from the bank. Because I'm poor. Okay. Pretty sure I'm gonna want to do company knowledge one more time. One more time. By the way, monthly team wage, 143 Gs. Not bad, right? But go ahead and check something here in the developing new games section. Checking the team here, of course it's going to be for the Apple II, and the 2D pixel mode is going to be what's used. Genre demand, gotta be action games from the start. Just has to be. Gameplay level tells you basically that as great games or as shitty games are released for the genre, the concept of what constitutes a great game fluctuates. Now, you'll see up here at the top there's an FPS counter. You basically have an FPS to meet, and if it doesn't meet the minimum requirements, you can't create that game core at all. It basically has to be something that the system can support, and it just can't support this right now. But it can support, like, say, a martial arts or a puzzle solving action game for the time being. All sorts of options, you know, scrolling, parallax scrolling, you have isometric designs. Apple II just can't do that. And, you know, you can shrink the play field border in order to basically fit in other objects. It allows you to tweak things to try to get as close to 14 FPS as you can with the best possible game core. And special effects as well, which we can't even actually do with this. Okay, so let's see what the best quality game core we can actually release for the time being is. I mean, we've got a fair game core here. We shrink this, and we stick that in. We got a very good game core. There are definitely better game cores, though. Let's take a look. Puzzle solving. We got good ones there. That's not worth my time. We got nothing here that I really want. We're not gonna have anything here. And okay, we have a managerial racing/driving game. That's gonna be good. Very good, as a matter of fact. That's not gonna be something that's in demand, though. So it's not gonna be something I rush into. Yeah, low sales. That's the prognosis, rather. Prognosis. Simulation. We got a managerial simulation, but that's only good game core. We don't have any options for sports that we can run with special effects. And here we have a great strategy, puzzle solving game core here. Strategy is just not as desired as action games are. And that matters. Sure, you can influence the trends, and the trends will vary it over time, but I mean, in 1980, what people really wanted were action games. Just how it is. Oh, by the way, 2D text games, yeah, game core is completely and totally trash. I mean, certainly they can be done. Like, this is up to a good core. But you can't add any objects or sprites or special effects, no borders. So, yeah, it's pretty rough. But you can certainly do it. And you can certainly see how not favorable it is. So it appears that the options here are torn between perhaps releasing a great strategy game right now, or a very good one here by the looks of things, or even developing a stronger game core. What I actually think I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to go ahead and take a gamble here with this puzzle-solving strategy game. Okay, yeah, I got a name for it. Sweet. Yeah, we'll go ahead and roll with this. What the hell, why not? Have some fun. You can port to different systems. There's a percentage chance of success, which means there's a percentage chance of failure. This increases the development time. It also increased the cost. I did this before in GameBiz 2 quite a bit. I can't really say I advocate it in GameBiz 3. It's really do it. It's just there's just too much of a risk of running into a loss, at least in my opinion. So now we get to where we can choose a whole variety of settings here. At the beginning of the game, you're looking to save as much money as possible, which means what you're looking for is to choose options that cost the least amount of money and just increase development time. Because, I mean, the way it is, with all of the people I have on this team, they'll finish this game damn fast. Which can actually serve as a detriment, because then they don't have a whole lot of time to research a game. True story. We're going to add a game editor, a mod editor, advanced AI to this game. We're going to add multiplayer and a serial network. We're also going to change the game scale all the way up as high as it can go there. You can see we've got some numbers higher than 1 down there. Development focus, we're actually going to keep it 50% each. We're going to be better with gameplay than with new features, courtesy of all of the programmers and coders we have. But I'm going to keep this balanced, and I'll end up showing you why. Now, we're still at good quality here. I'm going to want to make that better. Now we're at extreme. And of course you can keep going beyond extreme. I have to pay some external costs for this. I'm okay with it. I'll get over it. And the game name is going to be The Enigma Wars. It's, you know, something I came with a spot, and I think it's interesting enough. Yeah, sure. And you can hire freelancers here, up to 10, to basically balance out your time spent doing things and what have you. Now I'm actually not gonna have my team work on this. By that I mean I'm gonna set study time all the way up to 100% right now. This is going to allow my people time to research ways to improve this game rather than just getting it out super fast. You know, I don't have a problem with holding on to this game and getting more into debt and actually releasing this game somewhere around Christmas time. Not a problem for me. And at the same time, it allows my employees time to improve their skills, while basically not costing me money in terms of like speeding up their skill process. So let's go ahead and just wait a week. And you'll see the development time for the game kind of adjusted itself. That's fine. It's fine. Not a big deal. I'm losing some cash, of course. That's gonna happen. Research will be done on this, damn it. Atari Europe bought 5% shares in my company. Yeah, there's a stock market in this game. You start with owning 40% of it. You don't want another company to own more of your company than you do. That would be unfortunate. Now, I know you might be confused. Don't exactly ask me how, like, research can be done even though these guys are busy doing total study time. I might actually decrease this down to 50%, rather. Go ahead and do that. That sounds good. Research will get done there. Ooh, 4 weeks. Wow, when they really put their minds to it. They can really do a great job with that. How about 75% then? And I'm going to go ahead and withdraw some more cash from the bank. Okay, gameplay quality is great. New features, perhaps my team's just not great enough to even be able to put forth new features. It's possible. I could completely put a focus on, maybe whenever I finish researching up gameplay quality, I can put focus on new features. That might be interesting. Something that I could be experimenting with on my own. That's cool, I'm into it. Yeah, we're not doing anything with that whole new features thing. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's just do that then. And get that gameplay up. Apparently, what I wanted to do wasn't working out as great as I had hoped it would, so I'll just focus on gameplay quality instead. It's above standard. Maybe you can't focus on new features until you finish out gameplay quality, or I might just not have the support to do that at all. Like my... What? Oh, this reflects their study time, how much effort they're actually able to put into it, whenever factoring for their study time. Right. I mean, they're clearly more coders than they are designers. Yes. I'm glad I solved that in my head, everyone. I was worried there for a minute. Okay, it's gonna be great. I know I'm losing money, it's the best. And now here we go to the part where we choose a publisher. We don't have our own in-house publishing option, so we're gonna choose a third-party publisher, someone who can get a good amount of units out of the game without exactly being crazy on percentage sales. We're actually gonna go with Atari Europe here. Now, prognostication for sales is great all around. Nothing is going to be dipping, so I'm actually going to go ahead and release the game everywhere. The publisher will get 1 million and over 1/4 of revenues, but that's fine. Naturally, I'm broke. That's going to happen. Now here we have a product here, the Enigma Wars. It's a good game, 8 out of 10. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and release the game now. You know, it's shit that I want to see. And I'm gonna have my people here work on upgrading my knowledge for Apple II. So let's go ahead and change our study time back down to 0. You know, some of them have done a great job of making progress. Some of them not so much. Some are better studiers than others. And me, I already have good leadership, so it's kind of like, what the hell? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. No worries. Go ahead and hit to the next week and watch the money roll in. It debuted number 6 on best chart position, and I made a lot of cash there on that first week of sales there. Good. We didn't sell a whole lot of units there in that first week. I chose too big of a publisher, but Christmas sales have started. Christmas time is here, folks. It's a good feeling. We can actually begin working on paying back some money, which is also a nice feeling. Interest is basically calculated at the end of the game year. You also see that we have taxes accrued. We can pay those off now. Those also get paid off the end of the year too. We'll eventually get into a situation here where this game's gonna start, you know, paying for itself. And we're getting there. Obviously, you know, it's taken some time and work due to that initial build that we footed there, because we released the game everywhere. That's something we didn't have to do. But, you know, we wanted to share the game with everyone, particularly during Christmas sales. Everyone wants a copy of the Enigma Wars. Oh yeah, folks. Look at that. It is payday. Alright, the game officially has made more money than what it has cost me. Of course, the problem ends up being that I've spent so much money on so many other things, I'm going to have to release more profitable games. Not that that's a problem, just it's something I'm going to have to do. Let's go ahead and continue to just slowly pay off the money, rather than fast forward, because I don't want to just, I don't want to have more interest than I have to have, everyone. Accrue up, basically. Because that's when it's tallied, I'm pretty damn sure, right at the end of the year. Alright, Christmas sales are going to be petering out next week or the week after. Boom! There goes software demand, folks. That's alright, guys. That's alright, and girls. You know, not the best game I've ever released with the best chart position, but let's actually go ahead and check, maybe not statistics so much. Yeah, sure, that'll work. Top 100 best-selling games of 1980. We have Enigma Wars here. It came out with that. All time, but we might not be looking for time top 100 best average. We don't exactly want to see, you know, the sales. We really want to see is like quality of the game. Release calendar here. Where did I release this game? Show. Where it at? Current date, week 49. Is it not on here? Ah, there it is. Yeah, the Enigma Wars, right there. Red game, a good rating. No other good games apparently came out this entire... Oh, okay, Space Invaders, the Atari 2600. Yeah, we might actually be in a situation where our game is like the #1 or #2 game of the entire year, which will help sales as well. Software sales chart. Yeah, of course, that's not going to be pretty for me. Yeah, I'm on there, though. I'm on there. It's a strategy game, not as great as an action game, which is what Space Invaders is, so it's understandable that it didn't sell as well. You know, it wasn't as desired in the marketplace. It's fine. It's fine. And of course, you know, there's no units on stock at all. This thing is so in demand. Love it. My unpaid taxes are larger than my current funds. That is true, game. That is definitely true. And I am slowly tipping into the loss of cash here, which is a shame. Also, wonder how long that's been done. That's what I get for ogling my sales, folks. Alright, I made a huge mistake here in the first... Oh, there's another thing, too. I get so wrapped up with talking about things and explaining everything to you all and having a ball and everything, and I fucking forget about anti-piracy. Consider that a Christmas gift for everyone out there. Wow, anti-piracy suddenly went up there a pretty goddamn bit. Yeah, consider that like a Christmas gift, being able to pirate the game like that. Isn't Grimith so generous? What a great guy. You know, the first game, you know, basically wanting to pass it as much as word of mouth as possible. So yeah, no DRM, no privacy protection, you know, piracy protection at all. Go for it. Now we're gonna go ahead and release ourselves here an action game. This will be a puzzle-solving game, though. I mean, we're looking here, adventure games. Woohoo! Current demand for those is off the chart. Great, though. The best I can do is very good here. It's not good enough. Damn it! It's not good enough! No, and there's nothing I could do about that to try to work that in. No. But I mean, that would be a way to take advantage of the fact there is gameplay level low. Huh. Just there's no telling what exactly the current demand would be whenever I do release the game. It's a shame, it'd actually be quite expensive for me to develop this if I wanted to try to make it an extreme core. Wouldn't be the best project. You know, I want to release games that are worth my time, basically. Probably the best I can do. Puzzle-solving adventure game. I'll go for it, though. Yeah, I'll try to take advantage of the market trend. You see, this is only just good. So I might as well just save cost in that regard. And to hell with new features, excuse me. Yeah, this is what I'll do. And puzzles are us. Yeah, sure, why not? That'll be fine. It'll just have to be good core, not the best core I've ever made. Focus is, of course, going to be on gameplay. Let's go ahead and focus our study time to 90%. Let's see where that takes us. We're going to have a lot of gameplay quality that goes up naturally, and I'm losing money at an alarming rate. No shit. Oh man, greatness. Selling well in Germany and the UK too. Good times. How are we looking here? Prognostication is still great. Alright. I'm into it. And now here's where I lose money. Not as much money as I could have lost. So there is that. It could have been worse. I'm only in debt 5 million. I've definitely had worse situations occur. Yeah, unpaid taxes. Financial bank, yep. I got credited like 350k, it's fine. It's fine. Go ahead and take a look at the gameplay quality here. That'll continue to increase. It's continuing to increase, slowly but surely. And I actually will just attend this as a regular visitor. I don't exactly have the money to be blowing on, you know, crazy booths and shit. Enigma Wars, #1 game of 1980, beating out Space Invaders. Beautiful. I love it. Made some mistakes here at the start, you know, I don't recall how long my team had been sitting out there. Should have been more than, like, maybe, you know, a few weeks. Hey, my goodness, folks. Look at me. Kicking ass. That's beautiful. The #1 game. Yes, that is going to improve sales. Going to definitely improve sales. And I'm into it. Without a doubt, I'm into it. Alright, come on, gameplay quality. Get the fuck up. You know you want to. You can do it. I believe in you. Get up. Have all the time in the world. Basically, the Enigma Wars is paying for my wages of my my people. And it's doing a great job with that. My company just had the best week of the year. That's nice. That's swell. Do 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 do. Fucking music. Do 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 do. Let's go ahead and increase study time again. I want to make this gameplay quality the best it can possibly be. I want it to be the very best. Well, we have to increase that even more now. We're doing such a great job of coding this son of a bitch. There we go. We got it now. Just standard, huh? We're just having a difficult time researching this as well as I'd hoped it would go. It's cool. It's cool, it's fine. Whatevs. We'll get it. We'll just release that one major hit every year. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna sell great come Christmas time, too. There's a current swell in software demand. I love it. Okay, game. Come on. Still just standard. No, I don't want to get the Football Soccer World Cup. Oh, a bug. Fucking random event there. Fucked me over. Oh, good. Certifications. That's great. Might not actually want to release the next game, the United States of America. That's crazy to even imagine. Considering how that's like such a major seller. But if the prognostication is going to be that it's actually going to dip, I'm not sure whether I want to do that or not. Okay. I spent a lot of time on this game. It's perfectly fine, you know. And you can release a lot of low-quality games, but then you oversaturate the market, in my opinion, and I just don't want to be that kind of person anyway. It's not how I want to play the game. We'll have this Puzzles R Us here come out, and it'll be great. Maybe. It's not going to be the best, apparently. We're just that goddamn good at developing, even at, like, one coding. Oh, man. Let's see if we can, like, shock this thing out. I don't know. Choose your own in-house publisher. Let's go ahead and go with, strategic simulations here. Okay, let's actually go ahead and release it all. Everywhere across the board. And, of course, I am broke again. It's fine. The product is only a 7 out of 10. Unfortunately. Not the best game I've ever had. Release calendar is such that, week 30. There you go, week 31. Puzzles R Us. You've got other great games on there. Pac-Man. I'm probably not going to beat Pac-Man. Not with my current skill and everything. A lot of certifications. It's a great feeling. Let's go ahead and, just delete all the email there. It's great. Company knowledge has definitely increased, and that has made things better on my end. Look at that. We got a lot more coding and design, and not so much graphics there on the Force, but lots of great stuff. It was all time well spent. Trying to make the game better. Team spirit's not that high, though. We haven't been working together a whole lot, I suppose, and we sort of stagnated and everything, and that just wasn't that damn cool. That's fine, that's fine. I'm into it. Let's go ahead and, we're gonna quickly make a new game here. We're not gonna make this be the very best that it could be. Adventure sales went down, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and release a puzzle-solving action game. Wonder what the hell I'll make this. Space puzzles? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Space puzzles. There we go. We're at extreme quality now. That's great. Gameplay, make sure that's maximized. Beautiful. I'm into it. I'll be fine. Let's go ahead and draw some more money from the bank there. I'll hit the software demand. It'll be a beautiful thing. Alright. Still below standard. Still below standard. Now it's gonna be standard. Now I'm gonna take down, put down study time at like 100% now. Okay. See where that takes us. Yeah, I didn't think we'd have the game finished. Good, 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 good. keep researching that shit. Make it the best game it can be. Maybe software demand very good. Oof. I might release this game just to enjoy all these sales. Especially with Christmas around the corner. I did want to make a better game, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and crush this damn thing. Let's go ahead and crush it. Boom. Alright, Atari Europe, I'm gonna count on you for this. And prognostication looks good all around the board. I'll go ahead and feed you another significant sum of cash. Oof. Spending my credit limit quite a bit, but it's another good game. It's perfectly fine. You know, quite a bit of expenses in it, but we'll be alright with that, I think. Certainly, Puzzles R Us has quite some distance to go in order to make a profit. And of course, the Enigma Wars has done wonderfully. And that makes me happy indeed. Okay, let's go ahead and increase our... Let's check our anti-piracy tools. Okay. Good, it's still holding. We might increase our Apple II knowledge here to make better games. Although that will cost money. That's fine. Go ahead and cost money, then see if I care. See if I care indeed. Alright, let's go for it. Alright, Christmas sales have started. Good, 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 good. Sell some units for that. It's fine. Let's go ahead and fast forward a bit, actually. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, sweet, beautiful, delicious money. Take care of my debt. Ah, you make me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Ah, that's redemption right there. Vindication. The Enigma Wars has made me over 3.2 million. Suck it down, harlots. Suck it down. Okay. Yeah, my unpaid taxes are pretty damn high. I agree, they are. And I'm gonna have to draw more money out of the bank. 3.6 million. Puzzles R Us has finally turned a profit. And Space Puzzles came pretty damn close to turning us a profit, too. The #1 game of 1980 has sold so many units, and that's such a huge boon, at being the #1 game, without a doubt. These two are only ranked #7, so, they're not gonna do that damn great. Regardless, you know, it's progress. Progress. Go ahead and check, piracy protection's still great. Go ahead and see what we can do about another game here with extreme 2D pixel mode action. We can make ourselves a martial arts game. And we might certainly take advantage of the action genre. I think we actually will, with a great core. Sounds wonderful. Let's go for it. That's fine, that's fine. Martial arts action game. Expect no tofu. Genius. Love it. It's great. I have no problems or qualms with this at all. I like it. It's glorious. Alright, let's go ahead and borrow a bit of cash. It's gonna happen. And let's go ahead and let the turns go here as I monitor the development of this. Okay. I know I'm losing money at an alarming rate. Totally losing money at an alarming rate. It's crazy how much money I'm losing at an alarming rate, game. You have no idea. Atari's bought more of my company. I'll have to take care of that sometime, you know, when I'm not dead fucking and in poverty here. Go ahead and set study time at the 50%. And time for you to pay all my taxes. Increase that here. 4, 2, that, and there we go. Done and done. Maybe I need to balance out my study time to be even higher due to how quickly I developed this damn game. It's crazy. Alright, all the games are profitable. The Enigma Wars, you know, touch such a great basis, though, compared to the Puzzles R Us and Space Puzzles. Basically following traditional trends, but the Enigma Wars, that really touched a chord with the American public there. It's great. So many taxes I need to pay. Fucking taxes. Taxman, yeah. Say your prayers, little taxman. Okay. Gonna go ahead and manage employees, make the study time even higher. Must delay game to allow them to research even more. Must be great game. Okay, let's go ahead and fast forward. Alright, go ahead and attend this show here. 19 bajillion ports of Pac-Man took over. So, yeah, everyone can get fucked with that. Oh, trying to hire away my employees. You bastards. They're like, we see what you're doing over there, Grimith. We want a piece of that action. They do. Fucking ninjas. Goddamn ninjas. They're everywhere, folks. That's why I'm releasing a game about ninjas. True story. Okay. Now that I slowed down, we just want to keep making sure that this is the best game possible. Now we're gonna crush this son of a bitch. Boom. I want to see you bleed. Alright. Let's go ahead and hook ourselves up with an even better publisher here. Atari Corporation. I'm actually gonna... No, I'm not gonna skip releasing this in Scandinavia. The prognostication could be wrong. I'm going for it. This game here. Expect no tofu. It's an 8. Deserves to be admired and cherished and loved. Alright. Game knowledge here. Certifications, yeah, whatever. Let's, check our anti-piracy tools. Still looking great. It's like they appreciated that Christmas gift I gave them all, everyone. And like, oh my god, we shouldn't be a dick to him now. This is amazing. Okay. We can go ahead and try our hands at some of these other game types. Educational here. We can release a great game. It's a great turn-based educational game. A very good managerial game here. I can't make it better. Role-playing game. I can only have that be very good by the looks of things, which is a shame. A simulation game. Appears that I'm stuck at just simply good for that. There's a great game here. Could make a basketball game. That'd be interesting. I can try for the sports thing. The man for that is medium, though. I fit a pretty damn awesome niche with the strategy game here. And I can fit another awesome niche with some other things, too. Managerial here with small objects. No, damn. What if I... Nope, can't scroll. Fucking music for this game, everyone. Oh, man. Very good. I mean, huh. Yeah, we'll go ahead and touch on this. We can go ahead and give it the old college try here. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be stuck at good quality. but for the time being, but we can go with that. And lords and ladies, how much longer do I want to keep going with this video, Grimith? How long have I been going? Almost an hour. Now it's over an hour. Ah! I tell you what, folks, go ahead and call this a video here, and let me know what you all thought about this. What do you think about GameBiz 3? Might even do a double recording. It's nearly fucking 5:50 in the morning. Go ahead and see you all later. Toodaloo now.